is our thinking cap for if you need help. So
you
this
always
is
gotta
all,
wear a thinking cap if you want to think.
right. I mean, and you look real smart right now, John. I love you. I'm excited for this Halloween themed quiz, man.
Go.
All right.
Question number 1.
Road dogs.
Road dogs.
What's up, dude?
What's up? I'm doing good. How you doing? How you doing, Angelo?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much. I'm excited for the Halloween episode. Maybe you guys could bring me back.
Dude,
I'm not putting that in there. That's disgusting.
All right.
I think I will.
I don't know. Dude.
No, I won't. Everybody, when you're a teenager, what you want to do is you're trying to like bring a woman to life, like Weird Science. Like I just want a big old sexy woman to come to life. Let's figure out how to do it. And then when you're older, you're like, I just want to bring my dead friends back.
Well, on that note, guys, we're two voodoo road dogs.
Oh, dude, voodoo dogs!
Voodoo dogs, man. I'm excited. We're two fellas that are on this little road we call life, and we're just excited about all the things we learned along the way.
We're really excited about the things we learned along the way, and that's why we like to quiz each other.
That's right.
To make sure you retain some of that knowledge, you stupid shit.
I know we have some quizzes coming up, dude.
I was talking to myself too when I said stupid shit. I wasn't like calling you that.
No.
Most things are a projection in society, right? So I wasn't mad at you. I'm mad at my own stupidity.
It was more of a declaration.
A declaration of non-independence. A declaration of dependence, if you will. I am dumb. Please help me get clean water and food for me.
Dude, well, I don't know if you're that dumb, John. I feel like you're very ingenuic, dude.
For a dumb guy. I always feel like, I was like, man, for like a weird retard, I'm pretty crafty. Like smart people, like they have like Lamborghinis and like good health care,
Yeah.
The rest of us, we're driving Hondas and we're like, I'm able to keep up a little bit because I'm putting everything I can into remembering how to respond to an email.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Dude, it's pathetic how to admit out loud. It's like we're at like an AA meeting, but it's just for like, I'm really dumb. I'm really trying to be part of your society.
But you find out like when you're talking to more people, there's people that you would think were like whiz kids at everything, and then they struggle with something that you could do easily. It's kind of weird. It's like we all have our strengths and weaknesses. For you, I feel like you've always been very artistic, and this is Halloween. I was thinking about your time as like a makeup artist and stuff. Did you make cool costumes growing up, dude? Halloween costumes that you remember?
Well, okay, so here's the thing. I loved Halloween costumes, but I never wanted to be a makeup artist. I wanted to do special effects, but I was always so like, I never looked far enough into stuff when someone was like, here you go, kid. And I was like, oh, okay, thanks. I guess that's my answer. I'm going to go play now. Mm-hmm. So my laziness led me to being a makeup artist. I wanted to do special effects like Star Wars stuff, like ILM, Industrial Lights and Magic, and build those models. And so I walked into a model store, and I was like, I want to like build like models. Like, what do I do? Like, no one could help me in the suburbs too. Like when I told them that at school, they're like, go to art college, which they were right in the long run.
Yeah.
But like when I told my parents, they were just like, oh, okay. And so I went into this freaking model store. And I asked them about that. I told them about ILM, and they're like, yeah, you need to go there. And they gave me Fangoria, which I'm not a horror movie guy, as you know.
Yeah.
Terrified of horror movies, which I just went to see Kamel's short with a bunch of other
Shadow.
shorts. And one of them was really scary, and I'm still thinking about it in the middle of the night. It's
really?
Fucking hate horror movies. Anyways, the guy gives me a Fangoria and goes like, yeah, you need to go to this school here. And he points to the freaking makeup artist school. And I was like, oh, thanks, dude. That'll make my parents happy. I'm going to college. Like as a punk rock idiot, like teenager in the suburbs, I was like, they said I got to go to college. And like, this is college. And like other people went to like, actual colleges and got degrees. And so makeup art. So I didn't grow up thinking like, I want to do makeup. But I did love like any kid, like playing in like the messy stuff, like gluing stuff together, painting on shit, and like being weird. So like, does that answer your question?
Yeah, I mean, well, did you ever make anything like for Halloween, like a costume yourself, like that you kind of added to, like it was like your idea, like if you wanted to be Dick Nose Man and you made like a dildo and you glued it to your face, and
I always did silly costumes. Yeah, I always did silly costumes. I mean, I remember pissing off my Christian friends once when I went to one of their Halloween parties, and I was what do they call those people? The flashers. So I wore like a duster, like a trench coat duster.
Oh, yeah.
And I made a fake boner. Like nowadays, you would just go and be naked underneath it, right? Because you're like, what's the difference? It's like, right? I'm an adult. Like, who cares?
Right.
Well, I guess you're not supposed to, though, right? So, I don't know. Yeah, this is me trying to fit in with the world. I'm like, wait, maybe you're not supposed to do that. Anyways, I made a fake boner. and it like I had this mount, and put it in. You could put it behind your zipper, and like you just have this boner coming out there. And I painted like the veins on it and everything. And I remember a couple of my like hardcore Christian friends being like super like, dude, what the fuck? And I was like, and I was just like, it's funny, right? Like I still don't understand how people get super pissed about sexuality. I'll be like, what? I still to this day in my 40s, I'm just like, why is everyone okay with everyone like being all violent, but like sexuality is just so awful? I still don't. It still has never clicked. It's only ever clicked that like it pisses people off or makes people uncomfortable, but it's never clicked about why. I've always been like,
I know, like, hey, guess who we are? We're the Columbine twins. Oh man, hey, get that cock out of here, dude. Like, you know,
that's literally how most of America does things. And then they make fun of Europe all the time, but you're like, in Europe, they're like, you can see titties, but they're a little bit more grossed out by violence. I'm like, isn't that cooler?
Yeah, I think that it is very like European of like, I could totally see it just being normal, you know, hey, my cock is as hard as night. You know, it's math.
As hard as night?
As
Your
hard
cock's
as
a
night.
Beatles song?
Yeah.
It was a hard cock's night. And I've been streaking like a perv. But yeah, dude. So I mean, I made costumes like that, and then like if we want to get more like into the safe zone of costumes, like when I was a kid, like my dad helped me make like an astronaut costume, like, you know, like literally like sewing stuff together and like taking a bike helmet and putting NASA on the side and like being like, this is, and I was like a little kid that was, you know, like that's not an oxygen tank, Dad, like, you know, like it's gotta look real, you know. One time my dad wore a black trash bag and was like, I'm going as a California raisin when he walked us around the neighborhood.
Oh, that's great.
Just a black trash bag.
Oh, dude, that's really funny.
My dad's dry sense of autistic humor.
I think that's really funny.
He is a hilarious, very quiet. He said 3 things my entire life, but one of them was, I'm going as a California raisin. It was pretty funny.
Dude.
That was the last pep talk I think I had from my dad too. I was 6. What should I do, Dad? I'm going as a California raisin. That's my flashbacks.
Dude, that's really funny. Dude, for me, I had a lot of fun costumes, but I think what sticks out is some of other people's costumes I'd come across, like when Jack in the Box was like huge, he had like his resurgence, like Jack was back in the 90s. Remember
when he actually came back?
With came back with like the
full mask.
The full mask. And there was a house on our street that had a dude that had like a microphone. It was like a very detailed kind of crazy outfit, but he had like a mic on or something in, and he could project his voice out. He's like, "Hey, what's up?" And he had the voice down. And you're like, "Holy shit!" People really went to town, dude. Like then there was no like viral videos. There's nothing you could just maybe get a picture with them for you to remember. But it was like really cool to detail that people.
It's more special too.
Yeah, and I'll never forget that. I was like,
Pinterest.
Whoa. Yeah, it was wild. Some of those costumes are nuts. I mean, thinking back. It was cool, dude, growing up and going to Halloween. I remember thinking that I was going to be terrified of Scary Farm. Like, it was going to be like,
oh,
crazy.
Not Scary Farm? Yeah.
When I finally went, I mean, I love going. Because to me, if I don't have a Halloween, like, it kind of makes up for it. It's like, this is really
What do you mean if you don't have an Halloween? What are you saying?
On Halloween itself.
Oh,
because usually I'm working or something. Like, so you got to celebrate another way.
Welcome to the blue collar hour.
Yeah.
I'd love to, but I got kids and I have to work.
Yeah,
he doesn't have kids, but he does crack the whip.
Yeah, I do. But we're gonna road dog Halloween style because I'm excited, guys. We're gonna have so.
I like the spooky
Halloween.
fun things of Halloween, by the way. So if you're doing anything like Halloween, like this modern, like freaking Rob Zombie Halloween that's gotten into everyone's thing.
Oh yeah.
Like all my neighbors have like freaking like half-eaten. There's like a head on a spike, and I was just like, man, like I like the Tim Burton Halloweens, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
I walked by a house.
Ghost, a fun ghost. Like,
well, I walked by a house the other day, and it looked like it was the Diddy party themed. I think I talked about this the other day, but it was like people hands like trying to escape.
That would be I bet someone's gonna be a giant bottle of baby oil. That'd be a badass costume.
They should.
You could do that. You could build a giant bottle of baby oil costume. You get. There's got to be something you can get that's like looks like it's like a large plastic thing like that, like a blow up thing, right?
Yeah.
And then you get the pink like cap for it, and then get that logo on the front.
Be the Diddy.
Yeah, and it could say like number 1001 or something like that. Dude, I'm kind of getting an idea for. Here's the thing: I got great ideas for Halloween costumes. I don't have the money or the time to do it.
Dude, you'd be the belle of the freak off. Dude, if you put it together.
Belle of the freak off. That's the compliment to me. We got to call Gerard. Be like, were you at any of those freak offs, dude? Is this true? That'd be funny if we just called him right now and he picked up on the podcast.
Talk about the freak off.
Hey girl, did you see anything weird at those Diddy parties that you were surely at? You know your friends that are major Hollywood networkers in that scene too. You're like, there's absolutely no way you weren't at one of those freak offs.
Dude, I don't know. You know,
I want to ask people, but we keep our mouths shut. We have a little show in Pasadena. We stay out of LA. There's not many freak offs in Pasadena. There's actually probably worse freak offs in Pasadena. Pasadena is home of the Illuminati, dude.
Yeah.
It's like the local anything they film for Eyes Wide Shut in like that upstate New York area, I think Pasadena is that same style of like mansions behind like a bunch of trees. You're like, there's gotta be a lot of Illuminati orgies here. Pasadena it's crazy. There's a lot of oil money. It's fucking badass, dude. Pasadena's awesome, dude. Great sushi.
King Taco is great too.
Dude, the sushi's good and the sex trafficking's better. That's what they say. That's what it says. It says Pasadena. You know, like every city has their stupid little saying.
Dude, you don't know what's
Come for the sushi. Stay because we took your passport.
You don't know what's going on in those floats, dude. Yeah, you have no idea.
The Rose Parade?
Yeah.
More like the Rosebud Parade. That's an anal joke for our anal lovers. All right, should we do a quiz?
We got a quiz.
Are you quizzing me first? I quizzed you first last time.
Yeah, I got a Halloween quiz for you.
Are you going to give me the quiz hat?
Yes, we are. We got a little hat here for when you're in this is our thinking cap for if you need help. So
you always got to wear a thinking cap if you want to think.
Right. I mean, and you look real smart right now, John. I love you. I'm excited for this Halloween themed quiz, man.
Go.
All right.
Question number 1.
All right.
John's ready.
Question number 1.
Yes.
What is the origin of Halloween? A, ancient Greece. B, ancient Rome. C, ancient Celtic festival of Samhain. D, Viking rituals. Which of those is?
I gotta go Sam Hain because I love the Misfits and some Danzig songs.
Well, you're all correct, sir. It is an ancient Celtic festival of Samhain.
It is. I was right.
Yep.
Yeah. Halloween. That's Glenn Danzig. Halloween.
Yeah.
Halloween. I remember Halloween. What is it? Something like that.
I remember Halloween.
Candy apples filled razor blade.
Tarzan pillows on my bed. Have you seen
Tarzan pillows on my bed?
When they showed like his bedroom or whatever, it looked like every like stoner college kid. Like he had like he had like Speed Racer like pajamas and like a Tasmanian devil pillow in his bed.
He's so buff to be like a man child. It's so funny. Like just
but
like,
you know
like
that's
a black choker, and he's like just this big buff dude, and he's like, right over there's my bunk bed. I sleep with a couple cats. He has a ton of cats.
Yeah.
And so literally this is in the late 90s, early 2000s. I'm wearing a Misfits shirt. It's that era, dude. It's the era of wearing Misfits shirts. I love the Misfits. I'm at the grocery store. I don't even know if it's still there. The grocery store in Los Feliz, like right when you're at Los Feliz Boulevard, and I think the corner of Hillhurst or like one of those streets right there. You know what I'm talking about? The grocery store, like right there. I'm at that with my girlfriend at the time. And literally we get in line and there is a dude that's kind of balding with long black hair, buff, short, and a pile of cat food. And he fucking turns around, sees me. It's fucking Glenn Danzig.
Whoa.
And I'm wearing my Misfits shirt. Doesn't even say anything though. Just like looks at me real quick and turns back around like, and I just look at her like, oh my God. Because as we're walking up to the checkout line, we're like, dude, it's fucking Glenn Danzig right here.
Yeah.
It was fucking Glenn Danzig, dude. And he saw me. And if you're watching, Glenn, you didn't say hi, but I respect you. And I know that being someone famous isn't necessarily what you wanted. It's just part of the deal so that you could be in a really cool band. So you don't always want to be bothered by a dorky ass, like I think I was like an 18 or 19-year-old, you know, like Mr. Danzig, which I wasn't that kind of guy. I'm pretty silent actually when I meet my for a guy that can't stop talking. When I meet my heroes, I'm just like, hello, like it's fucking Wayne's World, like just like we're not worthy. I didn't say anything, but yeah, it was that experience. I'm glad I got that right, and I think I got that right as like from the spirit world for being cool to Glenn when I did run into him and not harassing him.
Oh, dude, that's good. I've done that where I've embarrassed myself to someone I barely know about. When I was like younger, I like there's like a character actor from like not Modern Family.
Oh, that's a great show.
Fucking what's that show? God, it was with the comic.
You got time to our podcast.
He's in a bunch of bit pieces, but I remember it was at Amoeba and it was really awkward. I'm like, man, you're great in everything you do, and he's like, oh, thanks, and it was like really awkward. He was more painfully awkward than I was.
Yeah, well, he's an actor, so some of them are not very. Yeah. But who was he? Now I gotta know. Don't do this to me.
He was in.
Don't do me like this, doodle doo.
Don't do me like this. I can't tell you.
What show was he in?
He was in Grounded for Life, which was a short-lived show.
I don't know Grounded for Life.
And he was in he's in True Romance. He's like one of the like Italian mobsters at the end. There's like a big shoot off. He's like a character actor in a bunch of stuff. There's probably something.
I'd recognize him if I saw him.
Yeah, you would.
Okay.
Yeah, I forget his name, but
I saw Eric Clapton at the In-N-Out in Westwood once. I also didn't say hi to him either.
I saw Joe Pesci at a baker's.
Did you really saw Joe Pesci?
No, I'm kidding.
I saw Joe Piscopo. He's one of my best friends.
Dude, Joe Piscopo is like the funnest name to say ever.
That's why it was great in his bit.
Yeah,
and
dude.
Joe Piscopo was involved in comedy, so
that's
perfect.
true.
Okay, next question. I got to do this.
All right.
I also have to confess to you that I forgot to do the multiple questions for your quiz.
Oh, it's all right.
I got to remember that for next time.
Well, props to Glenn Danzig.
Put it in the comments to remind me. Can we do that on a podcast? We tell people to put things in the comments.
For sure.
You know, people always say, but tell me in the comments what you thought about this. But I'm like asking for reminders in the comments. Hey, can you guys put it in the comments to remind me to like put multiple questions, multiple.
Sure. Yeah,
choice,
guys,
multiple
please
choice
do.
For Robert. Yeah, do it for Robert's sake. All right, next question.
Why do people carve pumpkins for Halloween? A, to honor the harvest. B, it's based on a story about Stingy Jack. C, they symbolize good luck. Or D, to scare off the ghosts.
I'm going D, but I don't know if it's right. Stingy Jack? Jack-o'-lantern?
You don't know the old tale of Stingy Jack, old boy?
Jack, you know, when you just get off the boat after a long season of getting those crabs and you go into the local whorehouse and you're not going to wear rubber because you want to come hard as hell, right, boys? But then later, when you go to take a leak, you get a little bit of the old Stingy Jack.
Stingy Jack rears his old ugly head out the old urethra. He does.
Oh, God, imagine like
Stingy Jack, he knows what's up. Stingy Jack, he knows what's down. Stingy Jack, he's in your balls. Stingy Jack, he ain't no clown.
Stingy Jack, he'll make you frown. It hurts when you pee. Can't you see? All right, let's go on. We're just a little quizzy he.
All right, well, apparently it's the old tale of Stingy Jack.
It is Stingy Jack?
What is Stingy Jack?
Dude.
I thought I loved Halloween. I've never heard of the Stingy Jack.
But if you had AI do the quiz, it might be lying.
Dude.
There's a few times that AI's done stuff where it's like, no. Tom Petty did not shoot Abraham Lincoln.
No, but there's got to be
some weird shit.
Is this like an old Navy story, you know? Like old Stingy Jack.
Old Stingy Jack, yeah.
Yeah,
I think we told the old Stingy Jack story just now. Okay, what's the next question? Did I get that right or wrong?
Wow, shoot. What did you say?
I kind of chose both. Are we allowed to do that?
All right, we'll give you, since we're tallying so
what
well.
If I win and you're all bad? You're like, I gave him the point that made him win. All right, we're at 2 points. Let's see if I can keep
2 points so far. All right.
Halloween master.
What is the
This guy looks like he'd be Stingy Jack. He'd pop out of your pee hole. He looks like the head of a penis, and then he's like, Stingy Jack. All right.
Well, let's see what other things we'll both learn about Halloween today. What is the most popular Halloween candy in the United States? A, Snickers. B, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. C, M&M's. Or D, Skittles.
Dude, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
All right. Well,
that's the best one, dude.
I got
it wrong?
Acing this Halloween.
I got it right?
Yes, you got 3 in a row.
I picked Reese's, but I was like, dude, I see Skittles everywhere.
Yeah, well, Skittles, there's like a ban on Skittles.
Because of the red thing.
The red 5.
It is bad. That dye is not a placebo. It's been proven to be all fucked up for
Dude,
for
it's
kids.
in everything.
I know.
It's wild.
I know, dude. It's like fluoride. You're like, is this good for my teeth? Or you try to dumb me down so I vote for the fucking wrong guy?
I think so. They are doing that. I mean, it's like they talk about the razor blades and the candy apples. This is the red 5 in your meal, dude.
Skittles filled with red 5. You're lucky to be alive. I remember the Illuminati controlling what's going on in my bloodstream. Oh, I wish I lived in Europe, where they don't allow the red 5. Those kids are still alive, even though they smoke more and drink more wine.
Is that the QAnon Danzig Misfits album coming out, dude?
Oh, dude, Paranoid Glenn.
Yeah, QAnon AD, dude. Okay, which country is...
Mother, why didn't you tell me that the Jews run the media? Why didn't you tell me that they control the hurricanes? I know a lot of... Dude, have you noticed all the fucking people we know that are like totally understand weather science now? And they're like, dude, I know a couple of people that have rebutted some things on a few... you know how the internet tells you, like, your buddy commented on this, and you'll be like, oh, he's crazy too?
Yeah.
Dude, some people have some hilarious things about there's no way that a high pressure system moving at that speed, blah, 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 would cause it. And you're like, what? And they're like, this is how I know it was caused by the government. And you're like, are you really an expert on hurricanes?
It is wild because I feel like I'm not like a.
You're not
I know. Sorry, the door was open. I was like, oh snap!
The door's ajar, man.
All right. Well, I will leave it to Jafar, dude. No, I was thinking it's funny how like all that stuff is very interesting because I feel that there is stuff going on behind the scenes for sure.
There's always some form of a conspiracy. But
yeah, that's real. But what is weird is when we know someone that like is crazy, but it lands on like the correct thing. We're like, oh wait, they were right all along.
Well, they use actual logical plot points on the map.
Yeah,
this has always been my thing with conspiracy theories since I realized how crazy so many of them are. It's not saying they're all crazy, but it's like they use logical stuff. Like if you look at like who runs these banks and like what they do with the money, you go, oh, like there's clearly like what was it? There was just a $3 billion case against one of the big banks, right, for laundering drug trafficking money. And we use these nice words. They're laundering drug trafficking money. This is literally like the human traffickers, the militias running these countries and murdering and raping people, just weird shit going on, right? And they have to put the money into a bank, and they do it through these banks. And the penalty was $3 billion, which to you and me is like, oh, they're paying. They are paying.
Yeah.
The profits, I think, was estimated to be like 10 billion from doing all that stuff. So if you're running a business... As a Jew, I started being, so if you're running a business, when you're underwriting things before you do the project, you go, the losses, the cost to do this is about this much. If you made $7 billion, if you made $3 billion and it cost you $7 billion to make the $3 billion, like you come out $3 billion extra, like you're profiting insane. So people are like, dude, they just like underwrote that as part of the cost to do all these transactions. So they're not suffering from you taking the $3 billion from them.
Wow.
You made a deal. And so like, obviously, like if you're a conspiracy theorist, you're going to be like, but even if you're not a conspiracy theorist, you should still be like, that was a deal done knowing that like, hey, you guys can keep laundering money for the world's worst criminals.
Yeah.
And still profiting. But this will keep the public knowing like, hey, like justice was served. So like those things being real, the conspiracy theorists are right about certain stuff where you're like, oh, like there's cahoots going on. But then they get deeper and deeper into, now I don't trust anybody except for the biggest shills in the world, because most conspiracy theorists really believe crazy, like evangelical style, like people who are also out to like have power and be like leading an army, you know?
Well, who's
God,
behind
this got serious so fast.
I know.
It's a Halloween show.
I know you really, dude. You just explained
that's
like
my costume is paranoid guy. What are you for Halloween, man? I'm paranoid guy.
I just love that you have
wondering what's going on.
The Goomba hat on the entire time.
Yeah, I forgot. Oh yeah, I'm gooning. The goon hat.
The goon hat. Well, it is
to a guy that doesn't know the modern lingo. I thought it was like a dunce.
Well, if you want to know,
you wearing the goon hat again?
Yeah. Well, John just very thoroughly explained like the inner workings of how like the movie Hostel, is funded. Not the movie Hostel, but what happens in Hostel.
It's a terrifying movie.
The cannibalism. Anyways.
Okay, so what am I at? I'm at 3 points right now.
Yeah, we're gonna get to more lighthearted Halloween
Is that
quizzes.
possible?
Which country is credited with the tradition of which country is credited with starting the tradition of trick-or-treating?
Okay, trick-or-treating.
A, United States, B, Ireland, B, Germany, Deutschland, D, or England?
I'm going England, but I think it's probably the United States.
Dude, you mother trucker.
Was it England?
It is England, you Halloween master.
When the internet first came out, I used to read every all those things that would be like obscure stuff.
Yeah.
When it first came out, it was all exciting, and the internet was like you could focus on a couple things because there wasn't a ton of stuff to do.
Yeah.
When the internet was glorious.
Well, dude, you just got it, man. Okay, so
the
England
internet was so special.
It
Not
was
like now. It was pre-corporate internet when you're just like, oh, like they were just like,
It was the Wild West.
And in fact, one of my biggest, most conspiracy-loving friends was the one who like really like showed me a lot of internet stuff.
Oh yeah. The internet was amazing.
Speaking
when
of
it came
conspiracy
out.
and craziness, yeah.
Well, B, what does the word witch originally mean? A, sorceress, B, evil spirit, C, wise woman, or D, healer? I almost thought it said Heather. Like singling out one
chick.
Heather.
Oh, that sounds like the old days, huh? If your name is Heather, it is by the devil. Let's see if you sink or float.
All right, so is it sorceress, evil spirit, wise woman, or healer?
Healer.
Well,
that was wrong. I find it wrong.
The first wrong answer, my friend.
Well, because I was thinking like shamans, and that's kind of like a loose translation for a witch is a shaman, and that's a healer, and they're kind of crazy and kooky, but they're also like someone that the village goes to and be like, let's see if the shaman can fix this. So I thought,
well, it sounds a little bit more like
what's the correct answer? Bitch.
Sounds like a happy healer ending, dude. C is a wise woman.
Oh, dude. Well,
like she has smarts. She's got to be an evil witch.
I'm not going to try to pander, even though my wife's here and she can hear us. But I consider all women to be witches, aka wise women.
Well, all right. Well, this one may.
Don't you agree, Robert? Aren't you intimidated by the intelligence of the fairer sex? Did you hear this?
I am, dude. But
you sexy, brilliant queen. Do you want to come here and be on the podcast with us? But, baby, it can help us get more clicks. It can help us get more clicks. If they see a sexy woman on the thumbnail. All right.
Well,
we almost got that sponsorship so we could finally go to Disney World, but she won't partake.
Well, this is fun. You both have cats. Why are black cats associated with Halloween? A, they bring good luck. B, they were believed to be witches' familiars. C, they symbolize the harvest. Or D, they have glowing eyes.
Witches' familiars.
Dude, you got it.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
So you've known that the familiars of witches are black cats.
Yep. I only got one wrong to throw you off my tail.
Well, that explains Salem from what is it called? Sabrina. Wow, I didn't even think about that. What vegetable traditionally carved before pumpkins became popular? So there's something before pumpkins that people used to carve for Halloween. Is it A, potatoes, B,
carving
carrots,
potatoes.
C, turnips, or D, cabbages? What was
God,
like
none of those
pumpkins?
are fun to carve. They're all tiny. A turnip, a potato, a cabbage. Carving a cabbage. You know what I love though? Cabbage. You put it in the crock pot with meats. It's freaking unbelievable how good cabbage can taste with meats. It just absorbs like the flavor, and it's good for you. Oh, God, I love cabbage. Potatoes? Do people carve potatoes? Turnip's too small to carve. It's smaller than a potato, isn't it? It's more narrow. It's like a carrot.
Yeah.
Cabbage? Carving cabbage? That seems it's so layered and distinctly layered. Do you need help out there? You sure? Not only is she brilliant, she's also independent. I love women. Independent, strong, brilliant women, that is. So they could have a beta male like me who can't handle shit about the real world. Thank you, my darling.
Again, with the Mario, with the Goomba hat on.
Stop looking at the screen, Robert. We're not allowed to look at the screen.
Sorry, it is so daring.
We do that. We produce the podcast ourselves, so there's no one at the computer. It's just us looking at it, going like, "How's this thing look? How's this look? Does this look good?" The whole podcast is us looking at the thing. Does this look all right? Is everything okay? It's like, look at the screen.
No.
I can't. I'm trying to watch the screen.
I've done so well, dude. On the last few episodes, of not looking at it. But
I know. I have to hang an old Pink Floyd shirt over it again. Okay. I don't know. What was the question? I'm just gonna go potato because I'm just thinking it'd be fun to carve a potato, but it can't be a cabbage. If it's cabbage, it's gonna be hilarious. Turnip's too small. All
right. Well,
dental fucking scalpels.
So your answer is potato, carving potatoes for Halloween.
Yes.
Well, you are incorrect, sir. It is turnips.
Aren't turnips smaller than potatoes?
Yeah.
How do people carve a turnip? Yeah, they're using dental fucking tools.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Well, we learn something every day. What is the name of the Mexican holiday that coincides with Halloween and honors the dead?
Dude.
Is it A, Carnaval, B, Cinco de Mayo, D, Dios de los Muertos, D, El Dia del Diablo?
No, it's not the Day of the Devil. Ay, no me gusta. Es Dia de los Muertos. Love you too.
But, well, you got Dia de los Muertos correctos, my friend. In which U.S. state is the town of Salem famous for its witch trials located? A, Virginia, B, Massachusetts, C, Pennsylvania, or D, New York?
All of the above. There's a Salem in all of them. It's actually a late night liquor store. It's been doing very well since the economy's tanked. No, it's Massachusetts, Salem, Massachusetts.
Yep, well, you got that correct, Soy. Massachusetts. Wickedly correct over there.
Wickedly correct.
Which famous magician, for your final answer?
David Copperfield.
Which famous magician died on Halloween in 1926?
Houdini.
Well, you didn't get me to. I didn't get to ask for Penn Jillette, David Copperfield, and Chris
You're
Angel.
trying to put Penn Jillette in there.
You got
He's still alive. We saw him on the billboards in Vegas.
That's true. So you got Harry Houdini for correct.
Dude.
That you got 8 out of 10. My
Hell
friend.
yeah, dude. Halloween.
This Halloween episode so far.
Oh, dude, we should try to get Glenn Danzig on the pod. That'd be so funny.
I know, dude.
Dude.
Well, now
All
it's my turn.
Now it's your time.
1, 2, 3. Ad read! If you are experiencing loss right now, not financially, much more important, loss by a loved one, then we know what you should do with their remains. You should send it to A Piece That Remains. Why, Robert? What will happen when you send the ashes of a loved one, your pet or friend or family member, to D at A Piece That Remains? What will happen?
Oh, D is the best at putting a just lovely tribute together by our lost loved ones. All you gotta do is send whatever you remember about them. Say if they love Lucky Charms, send her some Lucky Charms. Say if you have like a bracelet of theirs, send her a bracelet of theirs, and I'm sure she could put together something real fabulous for you to remember them by.
That was a beautiful ad read, Robert. That was very serious. You didn't even joke. We barely even did the theme song. And now a piece remains.
Yeah.
Our next sponsor is Cole Strange. Cole Strange is a mortgage lender. You can ask people that we've worked with that can say, hey, Cole's a good dude, and he took good care of us. He's also very hairy, and he's very late with his payments for the sponsorship.
Suck my swig.
Thomas Swick is a glass artist. He is one of the best in the world. He's won the award. Well, it's the award from Road Dogs, but it is the #1 glass artist in the world award, and he's been given it 5 years in a row by Road Dogs, right?
Here.
That's right. We haven't given this award out to anybody else except for Thomas Swick. He's amazing. Here's his contact info. A Tom Petty quiz.
I won't back down.
Oh, that was the first question. It was
I'm gonna be free
it
falling.
was multiple choices. Will you A, back down, B, not back down, C, send me back down. He won't back down. Where was Tom Petty born? Question number 1.
Florida.
It's Gainesville, but I'm going to just take Florida because you get a point there. Okay. Let's see. What was the name of Tom Petty? I know you already know this one because we talked about this the other day, but I'm going to give you, because we've been pretty generous with giving people things. What was Tom Petty's band before Heartbreakers?
Mudcrutch.
Mudcrutch. What supergroup was Tom Petty part of?
Not alone anymore.
Oh, God, it's such a great song.
Dude.
I used to try to look that one up, and I was always trying to look up Roy Orbison, Not Alone. And before you had like the Google, which would be like, we know what you're looking for. It wouldn't come up. And I was like, I know it's a Roy Orbison song. And they're like, oh, that's well, you actually know what's the
Wild Thornberries. I mean, the Traveling Wilburys.
That's right. All right, you got 3 for 3, dude. So good so far. You're really rocking it. Let's see. Oh man, these are so fucking God. I love these so much. These are so good. Who co-wrote "Won't Back Down"? Because you mentioned "Won't Back Down" before.
Johnny Cash.
No, but very influential, important people in music history.
Blue Suede Shoes guy. No.
Close. You're
Jeff Lynne.
He's one of them. The other one,
Bob Dylan.
Was Bob Dylan in Traveling Wilburys?
Yeah, it was.
He was.
He's one of the only alive people.
Who else was in
Traveling?
Who else was in Traveling Wilburys?
Jeff Lynne, Walt Thornberry himself. Jeff Lynne, George Harrison, Bob Dylan, Tom Petty.
Yep. So
Roy Orbison.
So who wrote "I Won't Back Down"? Who co-wrote it?
Roy Orbison.
Close.
Jeff Lynne.
And one other person.
George Harrison.
That's right. Okay.
Oh,
I really got to do there, but we walked you through it, and that's fair. That's fair enough.
Cool.
What was his like? Tom Petty had a major injury that they think might have even led to his overdose that he died from.
Oh.
And he was like putting off having it taken care of because he wanted to like complete his last tour. Do you remember what that injury was? It's a super old person injury, even though he wasn't that old.
Like broke his hip or something.
Yeah, he had a fractured hip.
Oh.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? And he was like putting off having it worked. I was like, I got to do this tour with the band and blah, blah, blah. And you're just like, you have a fractured hip, Tom.
I know.
Fucking A.
Damn.
Let's see. You already know that because you already had George Harrison here. Oh, dude. What was his first major hit with the Heartbreakers? You know this one.
American Girl.
That's right.
Finally, a test I'm fucking doing well on.
Oh, dude, I think you've gotten 5 out of 5 so far. Oh, dude, I love this one. Which Tom Petty music video ended with him eating a cake that was made out of Alice from Alice in Wonderland?
Whatever you're looking for, don't come around here no more.
Don't come around here no more.
I always loved that music video. Very striking.
Oh, dude, me too. That music video was. That's my kind of horror movie.
Oh,
Like,
dude,
it's kind of weird, but it's like, it's just oh god, so good.
Can't take us any longer.
What's one of his most famous duets, and who did he do it with?
Well, that one.
You know
was
this one.
Eurythmics. But no, hold on.
Oh, was it Eurythmics on that one?
That was
this is bigger than Eurythmics in my opinion. You know who this is. You know it. You're gonna be like, of course. I'll give you a hint. The single was "Stop Dragging My Heart Around."
Actually, I might not.
You know that voice. It's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous voice.
Roy Orbison? Just kidding.
He does have a beautiful voice.
Loretta Lynn or something. I don't know.
I don't know if he ever did anything with Loretta Lynn. That would have been awesome if he did.
Well, I need my thinking cap on because I'm getting stumped.
God, that would have been great if he did something with Loretta Lynn. But
Rosanna, Dana. No, fudge.
You're gonna get this one wrong. I already gave you the song. Think of the song in your head.
I don't know. Pat Bennett. What's the chick from The Pretenders?
Oh, you're close. It's close. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful voice.
The Pretenders.
This was Stevie Nicks. Stevie Nicks sang that with him.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I think they dated for a bit. Which album is Refugee from?
Oh man, it was an album that was shelved.
No, it wasn't.
Or almost shelved. It was almost, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it's also like his first big hit album.
Fuck,
like had a resurgence in like the 90s. Yeah. It was an album from the late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah, it's the biggest
the same one that's got American Girl on it.
Yeah, it's a huge album. Oh man, it was like almost.
It's got
shelved.
Louisiana Rain.
I know, dude. Oh, man, I don't know why I'm.
Louisiana Rain.
Oh gosh, dude.
Falling just like tears. I will never be the same.
Is it
man.
Straight Outta Compton?
Over the years, Straight Outta Compton. It's friggin' what do you call it? Damn the Torpedoes.
Damn the Torpedoes. It's a great album name, and it was that album is so legendary, dude. It sucks that I forgot the name, but they recorded at Sound City Studios too. I think.
Oh yeah, dude. Which music video?
I mean, I know the album
featured Johnny Depp.
Oh, dude.
You remember this video? I just made that one up on the spot, but you know that video.
Even losers. No.
Yeah, even the losers. It's like Johnny Depp playing a loser.
Oh, fudge.
Just dresses himself. You ever notice how Johnny Depp, like when he's not in character on screen, you're like, this guy's fucking creepy.
Oh, he's got like Chris Angel outfit on.
He really does have an outfit of a guy that you're like, he had intercourse without a condom with Amber Heard? What? That guy? Oh my God. Ladies, raise your standards. I'm just joking. It's Johnny Depp. I'm sure he picked her up in a nice car.
Yeah.
Taking her out for all these amuse-bouches. Order what you want. You don't even need a doggy bag. We're rich. Yeah, probably sliding around on that chair in the restaurant. What? How rich are we? Isn't she rich too? God, people are so weird. Chicks in Hollywood, am I right? By the way, Amber, I haven't received a response to the email yet. Is my wife gone? No, babe, we're just talking about the podcast. Amber, you haven't responded to my email yet. I got 2 nights at the hotel right on the corner of Santa Barbara and State Street.
Circus in Vegas.
Yeah, circus. Yeah, don't go out with Robert. Go with me. We're going to Santa Barbara. He's going to take you to circus.
Dude, I don't know.
They don't even have actual people at the checkout stand. They stole the computers from Jack in the Box for you to fucking scan through and retina. All right.
Well, this is scary.
Dude, the song is Into the Great Wide Open.
Into
remember Rebel? Do you remember that video?
Yeah, I do.
I know I'm a couple years older than you.
No. I do remember a minute. Oh, the clue. And I know he's in it.
Remember the famous movie Rebel Without a Cause?
Yeah,
I remember when I was a kid, like referencing a Rebel Without a Clue and having like adults correct me, like it's Rebel Without a Clause, and I was like, yeah, it's not. That's not mine.
It's not about
mine's Rebel Without a Clue. Tom Petty.
Rebel Without a Clause is for the
Rebel Without a Clause.
It's the
legal one.
The litigious,
the litigious version of it.
Your Honor, he's a rebel without a clause. I rest my case.